What is going on at Arrowhead Militia? Welcome to World War One in War Thunder. You guys, April Fool's is here, which means that Asian is testing more stuff. Of course, that is why they do the April Fool's events. They add new mechanics, which then in turn get added to the game a little later on within the development. Of course, as you guys can tell, we are testing out some of the World War II designs. Of course, it's actually fairly detailed interior, which is nice. Of course, there's a lot more stuff that went inside these tanks, but for just kind of a proof of concept type of deal, it is actually quite nice. I actually had to jump in it and out of this game because I use, of course, modded sounds and all that in my normal playing, but when the April Fool's events and all that come around, sound mods and all that completely break the April Fool's event. So thankfully it's pretty much something where you can
Armor piercing loaded.
click in and out. And yeah, you guys will see that there are there's AI in the game right now. AI soldiers, which that in itself is super cool. But yeah, really unsure how to commentate this, just simply because it's what you see is what you get. I mean, yeah, this is honestly super cool. Of course, you can have whatever the Ford is, the Mark V, of course. Mark V is really kind of famous. So yeah, we're playing basically the Allied side, the British and French, it looks like, and then whatever nation that belongs to. I do apologize, as I am very lackluster when it is, or when it falls down to flags of other nations. I am very poor at being able to distinguish them. But yeah, we're gonna go basically the Allied side, and then we are gonna go the Axis side, as you can spot in the German or some German tanks. They have the Zeppelin, which I think is super cool. Let's actually see what this looks like. Okay, a lot of people. Not sure if the scaling is 100%, but it's close enough for a game. In my opinion, should be totally fine. But I do feel like the people within it are maybe a touch tall, but I could be wrong. I honestly, people like Jones would be able to correct me, as I am not very in tune with the World War I tanks or even the airplanes. So it is definitely something I will have to learn. Oh shoot. I'm very screwed already. Not sure where I'm hitting, lads. She is very stout. And I get, you know, World War One weaponry and all that. We're not exactly at the peak of all that, but let's see. We are not in a good spot. I've mounted a lot of casualties. But yeah, I wanted to jump in here and give you guys the first look of this. Just simply as I've not screwed with this at all. This is quite literally my first battle within the World War One event that's going on right now. And I will say, so far, the tanks feel really, really good. Not too displeased with it. I do feel these might be a little faster than I were to expect from World War One tanks, but that also could just be myself. That my cannon seems to be very non-functional right now. Alright, let's jump into a plane. Let's get some flying in here. These should be really cool as well. Let me make sure that I can see the difference there. There we go. Perfect. They are not going to be fast at all. I know that for a fact. I do have a bomber. That is very nice to see. And there's a Zeppelin. You guys can see off the horizon, so we will be trying to climb. The Zeppelin. Let's feel starvation. World War One. I do have to remember. We're gonna go from the bottom here. And we're gonna just go, oh my god, belly attacks. Come on, no. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll keep an eye on our MG count. And turn fight. Back when men were men. Oh, and he's up. Alright, let's see if I... Well, I might not be able to land this. That would become an issue here if we cannot land. Look at all the AI in Alpha holding it down for us. So this also is testing AI, as this is something that's been on Gaijin's to-do list, is add AI, but it's just not ever become a thing. But yeah, so far we are dominating this, and I do not know. I keep wanting to hit my left alt to look around. I do apologize if you guys keep seeing that happen. It's because I am so in tune with Armor Reforger's key bindings and whatnot that I keep hitting the so we are, of course, as you guys can tell, on the wrong button, the German side. So we are pulling, of course, the most infamous tank. We can call it a tank. It does have tracks. It has guns. So consider it a tank. The A7V. I, again, really have no real knowledge of how well this did in real life. All I do know is it is definitely one of the two World War I tanks that I would be able to distinguish in real life if I had ever seen one. And it also helps from playing games like Battlefield and all of them. As of course they were pretty much a cornerstone in that as well. So let me artillery fire, so that means that someone more than likely has eyes on me. Doesn't surprise me, as I've been shooting. And yeah, I'm basically learning how to tank a little bit. Because I know, or at least I wouldn't believe that these tanks would really like to shoot on the move. I would think that they would more than likely have to be pretty stationary. At least, you know, you would think that they would be having to be pretty stationary. God damn. This guy delivers a punch. We'll just keep whittling this guy down. There we go. There's more over there, maybe. Wouldn't surprise me. I feel like this gun is very, very punchy. You can hear all the whistling for the troops to advance. Very cool. Like the attention to detail there. Alright, let's start moving with my infantry. Do we have any AT? I don't see one with AT, so I'm gonna say no. Now I'm gonna go back up my A7V up here. I will say, I know I'm a little rusty because it's been a few days since I've last played War Thunder, so it's good to get my feet wet in World War I. Feels good. Oh, hit my. Gotta aim pretty decently high for this guy. And again, I'm really not looking at my hit screen either, which never a good idea to ignore when trying to figure out where to be shooting. Alright, cool. That's another guy back there. That's the wrong key binding, my bad. I'm gonna range out for 250. And we're gonna actually push this guy. But he also is really smart and he's moving away. But yeah, no, so far I am a fan. I really like the World War I in this. Getting small arms fire at this point. I guess this is where my explosive would have been nice, but I actually didn't bring high explosive because I wasn't expecting to be fighting with infantry. Oh, they do toss anti-tank grenades. So these guys definitely gotta go. Because these guys will hurt. Oh god. Yep, that's not good. I don't know if I'm being shot from the side by a tank. I'm gonna say so because those are... Oh god, I can't move. Where's that guy lobbing shells from? I actually don't see him. Oh, way over there. We're gonna keep moving. These anti-tank grenades actually do kind of hurt. God damn! I've lost a lot of crew members. Oh boy. That's not good. And our engines hurt pretty good. Alright, let's actually swing around. Let's try to get up on top of a hill. I doubt this is gonna be able to. 301 horsepower, that's actually not shabby. Actually, we're totally fine. Except for when trying to cross over. Wood. My natural enemy. Wood. Alright, that was a pretty decent game after that one. We are back at it, guys. We're gonna stay this side of the action. I actually really like this AV, or the A7V. I don't know what it is, but that gun is just super punchy, which I really, really like. I feel very powerful, which is super, super nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually go play the objectives this time around. Be a little bit more feisty with it. But looks like they've already got some tanks up here, so I do gotta be fairly careful in that sense, but I do want to. Why? Like I said, I gotta be careful. Jesus. We gotta get up. Come on, guys. Repair the tank faster. Repair the tank faster, please. Or don't. That's always an option, I guess. Let's get back out. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, you guys will also notice that we are bringing some... Oh. Rip to that. Not playing. But yeah, we brought some high explosive this time around. I feel useless shooting these guys with the APHE, even though it does have explosive mass. It just doesn't feel like I should be shooting people in the face with it. Instead, I would rather shoot them with HE. Sounds very messed up, but we're being considerate in that sense. Alright, we're gonna push up. We're gonna hope that the using them saw that guy, and they did. Perfect. I want to try to get up onto Bravo because I've actually not done anything this game worth noting. This was a bad match for me, and I don't think I'm gonna get to Bravo in time. I'm definitely not fast enough. I do understand that those are meant for anti-person, not anti-air. But I kind of want to use it as anti-air. And you guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point, especially World War I, I don't believe anti-air was a thing at that point. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't think anti-air was a thing. Or at least, like, vehicle since. I don't think anti-air was a thing. Well, first assist of the game. Again, not great. Plane kill. Haha, anti-air's in our game uses anti-personnel. Machine guns. I mean, it works, I guess. Not exactly what they were intended to do, but if it works, it works. That takes a lot to kill these guys. There we go, finally. Time to move though. Oh my god, yeah. Definitely a good time to move. Oh, there's spawn protection. It's on. Still on. Still on. There we go. That's about right.
Maschinengewehr einsatzbereit. Ladeschütze ausgefallen.
Oh, that's very nice. I was about to say, I think all my gunners are dead, but I do still have a few gunners. If they thought this was going to be a fair fight, they are going to be completely and utterly wrong. I am not going to make this a fair fight. Alright. Pretty good. Would you guys believe if I told you we kept Germany for now, I think, the third game? Yeah, if you can't tell, I really, really like this tank. The armor only being 30 millimeter is super, super stout. I like it. And I'm actually surviving a lot of shit being thrown at me. So I'm gonna keep with it. I'm gonna keep it until I get the 5,000, because of course, like all like events, you have a progression that you have to do to be able to get the achievements, or whatever you want to call them. The progression rewards is a better term for them. And yeah, apparently if you get 5,000, then you get 1 mark of excellence. If you get another 5,000, then you get your secondary mark of excellence, so forth and so on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just keep using these guys until I get all of my marks. Ooh, that's a little bit shorter range. Cool. Got him. Got him. Don't know how I didn't get him, but outside of what I'm ranged at, I guess. Alright. Cleared out. They're attacking spawn at this time, and I can actually get the Zeppelin already. That would be cool. I'll grab the Zeppelin if I die. Just to show you guys the Zeppelin, as I've not yet used it. So it'll be interesting to be able to use. I of course seen it in the first match. We saw a Zeppelin. Alright. Not really too afraid of ooh, that's really high. He's pushed back behind a got him. Sometimes you can just cheese it just a little bit and you can screw him up just by going third person. But you know, always feels super good being able to cheese the third person like that. I will get a other person up. Do these guys duck down when you're near them? Yeah, cool. Oh. Oh, that guy's very dead. Yep. Didn't one-shot him, but definitely enough that I did enough to stop him from shooting back at me, which is always very convenient. These guys are like, oh my god, they're already shooting at us. We're not even out of our spawn yet. a little low. Really can't see this guy through the tree, and it's not being knocked over. Good enough for me. That's 6 now. He's still spawn protected for the moment. Still there. Very nice. Let's actually shoot for the main of his. What is he shooting at? Got like no idea what the guy's shooting at. Oh, he's being harassed by the use the machine guns for their intended purpose. Oh god, that's a bad nade. For me, at least. Good for him. Very good for him. Actually doesn't feel like it does anything if it hits you turret top. That's kind of funny, actually. Last battle, folks. As we're getting up there in time already. I've been having a ton of fun, though. Pickle. Pickles. But, yeah. No, honestly, I really like this. Yeah. There's really not much more to say. Besides, I really do like this game mode. It's a kind of shitty thing that in 6 days and 50 minutes or whatever it is, 60 or 6 days, it's gonna end up going away because the April Fool's event will at that point be over. But yeah, no, I honestly, I could see World War I tanks being added in the future because these are actually stupid fun. We get out of his firing arc. I'd say that's about 500. Close enough, I would think. That's gonna be a little bit. Oh, never mind. Gonna keep shooting at him. There we go. I was about to say, if I could just keep shooting at him, he will melt eventually. Alright, those guys are starting to shoot back, so we're gonna Push forward just a smidge.
Wir wurden getroffen.
Uh-oh. Angle the armor just a little bit more. As that did plink. For me. I like the little teamwork we've got going on over here with the A7s. Feels pretty good. Oh god.
Auf dem Weg! Getroffen! Ziel getroffen! Volle Rheinseite! Getroffen! Volle Rheinseite! Ziel beschädigt! Ziel abgeschaltet! Getroffen! Unterwegs!
Yeah, we're gonna
Getroffen!
melt this guy down.
Feuer! Getroffen! Abgefeuert! Feuerbereitschaft! Ziel getroffen!
Oop. Another one down. Oh god. Don't want to try to cross that way. Not a good way to try to cross. God, those are just one-shot kills. Love them. Hey, yo, Buttercup. Let's not do that and say you did.
Ziel getroffen! Ziel
Try to warn him.
zerstört!
I did try to warn him.
Getroffen! Sie wurden getroffen! Fahrer ausgefallen!
Oh, that's not good. Alright, that's 2K. Let's go into the Zep. Tracers, because tracers are funny. Minimum fuel loadout is over an hour. Sounds about right. D and A. Yeah, so you can do these normally. Some actual key bindings for these as well. That's really nice. No Bombay. Don't know why I expected a Bombay, but I kind of did. Oh god, we're on fire! No! The Zeppelin is down. Get up in the air, quick. Oh, that Zeppelin's being torn apart. Oh, he's on fire. No. Is this the Red Baron? No. Maybe? Can't remember what that aircraft scheme looked like in person. Can't remember if it was a full red plane or if it did have the decaling like this one. Oh god, they are not maneuverable at all. That's a tree. Just get out and use your pistol. Quickly. Oh, that's funny. I like these. I like these little planes. They are so weird compared to your normal your early like reserve aircraft. It's like you don't have any speed and you can tell instantly when getting up in the air in these. They are so just underpowered. It's actually kind of awesome. They have no acceleration at all, which is funny to me. Honestly, kind of surprised there's no spalling, because these are 7x9 too. You would think there'd be a little bit of spalling, but I guess not. Ram him! Let's watch this out. It's almost over. Tally ho, partner! Oh, it is over. But oh, never mind. I ended up clicking and it did take eventually. But yeah, that's that, guys. If you like this and want to see more World War I content throughout the week, you let me know. I'll try to record a lot of this. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I had a blast, honestly. So yeah, with that being said, take care. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and like.